All right, morning everyone. Welcome to another episode of Market Trading. I'm your host, Tone Vays. It's always after you hit the live button do you realize you forgot something. In this case, I forgot water in the kitchen that I grabbed out of the fridge. But anyway, all right, morning everyone. Welcome to another episode. I'm not going to go back there. This is going to be a very short stream. I got to get to a conference. There's a chance this might be the last stream for a couple of weeks. At least the audio problem is resolved. And by the way, I didn't do anything to resolve the problem. It's just randomly working now. I think actually, hold on. No, it's not. I'm using no, the audio problem's not solved. These things are fucking useless. Never mind. We're using the microphone as a camera. So let's go take a look at the charts. Because I'm super busy with the conference taking place next week, the financial summit. I have absolutely no idea when the next stream will be. Maybe after I get back to the US on November 12th. It's possible. I don't know. Maybe there'll be a stream every day, or I have absolutely no idea. We will see how the days go. Just a warning. All right. Audio is good enough. All right. Yeah, it'll have to be. Mics aren't working. I may need to just buy a new computer. I don't know. It's not a problem with the mics because I have like duplicate. I travel with two of these. So they both couldn't have broken at the same time, right? Considering one I never use because it's a back. Okay. So here's the weekly chart. And we are on an MRI warning candle. Again, a little bit of an issue with the price because the candle should be starting exactly where the prior candle has ended. I highly doubt that there was a 2% gap between two trades at 8 p.m. on Sunday night. So anyway, hopefully they fix the issue again. That's a warning candle. I do think we're going to pull back into the $30,000 range, but you can never be so sure. Also, just because this is an MRI warning candle doesn't mean we can't go higher in the short term over the next 2 weeks and then top around 38, 39 and then pull back from there. If we do go higher, we're likely to pull back a little bit less, but sooner or later we will come back and hit these moving averages on a weekly scale. It's nice that the short term is about to start rising really quickly on a weekly scale. Now we still need one more crossover between the 128-day and the 200. Damn, I had to sneeze again. This is the weekly chart. So this is the 20, 50, 200. So we still need a crossover between the 50 and the 200, which is eventually coming. Allocation. We have to increase the allocation because now we have all the moving averages are rising. They are all one above the other. The only issue is how overextended we are. But Consensio doesn't take that into account of being overextended. So let's see. I don't really follow the MRI on this chart. I have it just as a reference, but I don't use it on a 4-day time frame. People ask why we're using a 4-day time frame because a 4-day time frame is the closest thing to a weekly time frame in the traditional markets. Bitcoin trades 24/7, and traditional markets trade 5/7. They only trade 7 hours a day, 5 days a week. So they trade way more often. And a 4-day chart seems to be the best representation. Though maybe not. Maybe the weekly chart's a better, less volatile representation. So I'm going to wait for the pullback before adding the other 50%. Hopefully, it pulls back down into that $30,000 range, back to the previous tops, maybe even 31,000. And that would be a nice area to go in 100% long. Financial summit is just 6 days away. We start on Sunday. Today is already Monday where I am. If anyone still have last minute thoughts of joining us, there are a few rooms still available. And it's keeping me busy trying to find the right people to fill those rooms. What time frame and leverage is recommended for newbies? There is no recommendation. As you get older, you will trade less and less often. I've never met a newbie that didn't try to trade 800 times a day. You live and learn. After you lose a lot of money trading 800 times a day, you cut it back to 400 times a day. Then you cut it back to 100 times a day. And then eventually you only trade, 4 or 5 times a day. As you get older, as you get into your 40s, you grow out of day trading. Maybe even in your 30s, you start to be a little bit of a swing trader. And when you hit your 60s and 70s, you're going to be entering, 2 to 3 trades a month. Because you get more and more selective, you get more and more confident in your trades, and you stop over trading. Most traders don't survive trading 800 times a day, so they never reach those additional advanced points. Very few traders start out as swing traders. Personally, I hate day trading. I've done it. I've been somewhat successful. I started at swing trading, and then I thought day trading would make me more money. And I was out because I was impatient, and I was wrong. It was a lot more stressful. Yeah, you're in the cutting back phase. Yeah, everyone has that. So this daily chart is very interesting. It is consolidating and getting ready for a breakout, but it's also about to hit an MRI top for a pullback. And yet it hasn't moved anywhere. So like the price right now is the same price as it was on candle number 2. And as long as we go up a little bit, or we stay flat from this point on, we're going to have an MRI top within consolidation, which is actually a very bearish sign. An MRI top, well, actually, not necessarily. Let me take that back. It's a neutral sign. It's not a top sign. So let's see what happens. This is a monster area of support. I love this area of support. It would be amazing if the price of Bitcoin pulled into this area of support. But the longer it takes, the more moving averages move up. So when it eventually pulls back, it should only pull back to, well, I have it at 30,000, but maybe it'll only go to 31. Let's see how quickly these moving averages can rise. This is the 50, the 128, and the 200. And they're all acting as triple support. This is really cool. But it's support at 28,000. It will be interesting what happens when the short term, which is the 50, rises all the way to 30. I think a pullback to 30 would be very good. $4-hour or 1 hour? 4-hour. 4-hour, as long as it doesn't cross 33,500, it's bullish. And we can now actually put in a channel. I got 5 more minutes, guys, and then I'm gonna have to leave. We can put in a channel like this. Gorgeous channel. We are now at the middle of the channel. Very likely we're gonna break out to the upside. Let's see how long it lasts. More likely this is a breakout than a breakdown. Doesn't mean it has to break out. Delete this arrow. technically it can go either way, but oh, great example right here, right? I'm not sure what this arrow represents. Oh, that was me being bullish. Okay, that's fine. So we can kind of look at where we started rising, and that is, let's say 6%. Well, let's use that big. Let's say 5%. Let's be conservative. We did go all the way up, but right here, 5%. And then what happened next? Off the consolidation, exactly 5%. Right on the dot. And then we consolidated again. We had a much higher rise, but initially, off the breakout, it was 5%. Then we went higher, right? So now we had a way higher break. 12%. This is possible. I think 12% is a little too much, but 8%, that's reasonable. Maybe even 10%, that's reasonable. That's a reasonable breakout. They will match these two candles that kicked it off. All right, let me peek at the other markets. Today is Monday. Let's look at the pre-markets, and I'm going to call it a day. As you can see, GBTC discount. GBTC is getting crushed. We'll see how it opens today, but that tells me that Bitcoin is ready for a pullback. But next bull run, GBTC discount is going to evaporate some more. Maybe not a bad time to pick some up here. The ETF is not coming anytime soon. We're pulling back on natural gas. Beautiful buy off the MRI. And we're rising super quick. It's rising super quick. So plenty of room for a pullback here. But the moving average is all the way at 320. Can depend on coming back to the trend line. Oil prices don't look very bullish. Surprisingly, considering that Middle East is about to just go to war with the US. Well, US is about to go to war with the Middle East. The Middle East doesn't care about the US. The Middle East is supposed to be left alone, mostly. But the US won't have that. The US will not let Iran stand, or Syria for that matter. So they have to start a war. Let's see how that works out for them. I don't think it'll work out well for the US. Today's quarter end. Today's the 30th. So yearly fiscal end. I'm not going to have time to analyze it at all. But you really want to keep an eye on the fiscal year end. I'm just going to delete these things. Wait, maybe I should see what I'm deleting first. The Treasury statement, this is the monthly. Yeah, September 30th, this is the last month before so we're going to have October 30th coming up. This is August 31st, 22. Why is it 22? These are old. Fiscal year 22. All right, we can close these. So you want to keep an eye on this link. You want to keep an eye on the monthly Treasury monthly reports for fiscal year end. This link here. If anybody wants this spreadsheet, there you go. It's in the posted it in the chat. So we're gonna get that last month, the fiscal year, September fiscal year August, so September is going to come out. But over here, you get it quicker. Monthly Treasury statement. Current monthly Treasury statement. I don't think it's out. Oh, September is out. Oh shit, that's fiscal year end, isn't it? It came out. Oh, I don't have time for this right now. But it's out. No shit. Oh man, the yearly numbers are out. I'm curious. I'm super curious. Where's the historical data then? Where's my historical data? Oh, this also came out. Oh shit. The official statement. Oh man, I wish I had time to dive into these numbers. Oh man. No way. Here it is. That's the monthly. Deficit 165. What's total net interest? 659. Shit. All right, let me go back to here. So I can look at the annual year before. Monthly reports, where are they? Damn, I don't have time. That's the annual fiscal Treasury monthly statements. Right, so comparing apples to apples, we got to get September of the year before. Here it is. Now I got to change screen share. Hold on. Okay, so comparing September to September. Again, comparing apples to apples. Why are they on different scales? Whoa, the deficit, is that right? Look at that. So in September of 2022, the deficit was 430 billion. In September of 2023, the deficit was only 171 billion. I guess a bunch of people paid taxes. How did that work? No, I guess they didn't spend as much. What happened here? Education was the biggest spender last September. Education is not even here. How the hell did the government spend 449 billion on education in September of 22, but only 27 billion on education in September of 2023? Did they just like stop funding education? Like saying, fuck it, they're already too stupid in America. Why do we have to give them more money? Like, what the hell is that? Look at that. Am I going crazy here? The hell happened? How does that work? Like, who can rationalize that for me? Anyway, Medicare about the same, Social Security about the same, national offense about the same, health about the same, income security about the same. Net interest wasn't even there. Net interest 29 billion. Okay. So now let's look at yearly numbers. So yearly numbers aren't going to look as bad because they look a lot worse than the last, comparing last quarter to last quarter. for obvious reasons, the education part, right? I didn't expect that. I thought like the rest of it would add up. So this year, it appears that the government finished the year with 1.60, 1.7. Look at that, they snuck it in there. 1695. So 1.7 trillion in deficit. The year before, 1.375. Let's compare. Social Security, a smidge more. Health. So the difference between health and Medicare. So the way you have to think of it is Medicare is for old people. Health is for poor people. So health is like Medicaid, and Medicare. So Medicare is for old people. Health is for poor people. That's about the same, a little bit less. Again, more homeless on the street. You need to take care of them. They're not going to go to the doctor for anything preemptive. I don't know. Maybe the population dropped a bit. You know, we don't mention vaccines here. Don't want to get banned. Medicare went up a lot. National offense went up a smidge. Well, that's what happens when you have to fight a war over in Ukraine. Social Security, which is income security, which is unemployment and stuff. 774 versus, where is income security? 865. Wow, they paid out less people. Less people went on unemployment. Income security is down, not up. Income security was, I have 2022 on the left, 2023 is on the right. Net interest, that's the line item. That's the line item that goes up exponentially. Net interest went from 475 up to 659. You're gonna see it all over you're gonna see it all over the headlines that the government paid $1 trillion in interest payments. Anyone that says that is technically incorrect because the government also earns interest. The real number is net interest. It's a fun headline saying that the government owes $1 trillion in interest, but they also earn interest. So if you have debts, if you yourself have debts, and you know paying 8% on your mortgage, but you're earning 5% from a bunch of money in your savings account, you're not that stupid for paying 8% on your mortgage because you're getting 5% back. So you're only paying 3% technically, right? So it's net interest, but net interest is also going to go up exponentially. Veterans, that's going to rise, right? Especially since the government's about to go into a war again, or 3 or 5. Transportation, let's see, with the bridge collapsing, not surprising. Several bridges collapsed, and they're spending less money on transportation and infrastructure. And other went up, probably Ukrainian aid is other. Went from 193 to 260. All right. Where is commerce for 2020? Oh, you're right. That's commerce. Sorry. So where's commerce for 2020? So the way this works is you will see that there are different things. Like you can see education here, and I think they have education here. They don't have education here. It's not where's commerce in 2020. The real question is, where the hell is education in 2023? That's the real question. Okay, so the way these charts work is they show you X number of the biggest spending. So back in 2022, commerce was part of other, And here in 2023, education, which they spend $677 billion last year, has been completely defunded by the Biden administration. This is insane. So the education department is somewhere in here in this other category, along with other stuff. So they probably spent like maybe 100 billion on education instead of talk about a freaking defunding. Holy shit. Again, I don't have time to dive into these numbers. You can look for the Department of Education here, and there's also bigger reports. Education. Deduction. What the hell did I spell? Education. All right. There it is. There it is. What do we got here? That's it? Where is the rest of it? It's in, I know it's in other, but like how much did they spend? What is going on here? The Department of Education somehow made money. What? What the hell happened in August? The Department of Education made $250 billion in August. What'd they do? Sell the kids? Oh shit, I can't say that. Damn it. Don't ban me, YouTube. Someone should check if Jesselyn Maxwell and Epstein were put in charge of the education department in August. Like, how, what the hell? Someone look into this, please. Anyway, something weird's going on. So thank you all for watching. Oh, I'm sorry. Other made money, not the Department of Education. It's the other. So something in here. Something here. I mean, look, the numbers are there, right? You just gotta dive through the report. Something in this other category made $250 billion in August. Again, I don't know what it is, right? Maybe they sold Alaska back to Russia and we don't know about it yet. Like, I don't know what they did. But somehow this is, and this year education is in the other category, and other times it's not. Like I don't know, it gets weird. All right. Thank you all for watching, guys, and I gotta run. Bye. We'll look at the S&P next time. Bye, guys.